Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan here, and today I'm back with another video, and just took me like 15 minutes to get this intro and video going, man. I had to get my dogs settled. They were just going crazy, but you know how it is. But hopefully the lighting and all that is decent. We're just going to be discussing 5 reasons why I think sneaker investing is dying a bit right now. Of course, I don't think this is the end of it. There's a decline right now. I mean, just go look at everything going on. We'll get into my main points, though. I don't want to dive into them yet. So if you guys want more content like this, you guys can like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'd really appreciate that. Of course, trying to maybe like 400 likes on this video, let's say. And we're about to hit 62K, so thank you all. I really do appreciate the support you bring on this channel, and of course every like counts. That helps the video get out more. YouTube appreciates that. I guess they like videos to get more likes. Kind of makes sense though, you know what I mean? So yeah, that would help your boy out. I appreciate it. Again, y'all always show crazy support, so thank you guys. And if you haven't checked out yesterday's video, go watch that. Just a little video discussing the Yeezy Desert Sand Foam Runner, but let's just kind of get into this one right here. So my first and main point that I want to address right here, kind of on why sneaker investing is kind of declining right now, why a lot of sneakers are kind of at a flat point and not really rising. Like, you're not seeing a lot more shoes right now that are kind of steadily rising in price. Instead, it's taking a lot longer. The reason for that is because let's just think of our global economy and everything going on right now, or let's just say just the U.S. economy. For example, I mean, gas prices are up 50%, food prices are up 12%, cost of living is up, like rent prices everywhere. So you just have to think about basic things that people are probably having to deal with on a day-to-day basis. If the cost of living and everything is up, I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, people are not going to be paying as much for sneakers. They're not going to be focusing on them as much. They're not going to have as much, income or, disposable income, I think that's the right word for it, to just kind of, spend on shoes or, luxury items, cars, whatever, people save their money towards or spend it on. They're not going to have that now because, again, they're having to put that extra money, extra few $100s a month maybe, or a year, let's just say on gas. There's probably people are spending now thousands more a year than they were, compared to last year. But if you really just think about it, think about the costs, it's a lot of money that is being left out because we're having to spend it towards more important things. Like, are you gonna go buy those pair of shoes, or are you gonna get yourself to work for a week? People may be dumb, but people got logic, and it's definitely kicked in. Especially, second point I want to bring up here, or not second point, but this is part of the first point. I mean, shoot, we had an $100 billion crypto market crash yesterday. 100 billion, because I'm pretty sure the crypto market was originally worth around $1 trillion, and there was an $100 billion crash yesterday. That was historic. I made some decent money, shorting crypto yesterday. That was a good day, but I mean, $100 billion, bro, lost, gone. What do you even say? Just taking half of Jeff Bezos' money and just lighting it on fire. That would be kind of, I would like that. Nah, I'm kidding, I don't know. But second thing I want to discuss also is the increasing popularity of the sneaker game, the sneaker flip. Just think about it. More people getting into reselling in 2022, especially towards the end of 2021, when people saw how sneakers were treated as like sneaker investments. You could buy a ton of pairs and hold them, kind of like a stock or something. I mean, I don't like comparing sneakers to stocks, but sometimes they are a little bit similar, I guess, because you got the demand, people pay certain prices for each one. One shoe is like a share, whatever. I don't really want to get into it, but discussing this point here, when you have more people just trying to resell shoes, that means you're going to have less people paying resale, right? Because they're all going to be trying to get it for the retail price so they can make a profit. So why would they go pay resale, right? That doesn't make them any profit, and they're just going to skip over the release if they're just looking at it for the resale perspective. And that's another issue with the game right now, is that a lot of people are just in it for reselling. They actually don't give a about shoes at all. They don't care nothing about them. They're only in it just for the buck. And I definitely think those people need to get out. I don't think that's proper at all. Like, if you're just here to just make some money off it, then what are you doing? I mean, I guess you could maybe say the same thing about people that want a PS5s, Xboxes. I get what people would say. Oh, then only leave that to the real console players. But I guess it is kind of like the same thing. But aside from that point right there, really just kind of reeling back into what we were discussing. More people getting into reselling. Obviously, that means less people are going to be paying resale. I mean, the sneaker game and popularity of shoes is increasing, so that is one thing that can kind of counteract this. That's good, is that although there is a lot of new resellers, there's just a ton more people into shoes in general. So yeah, good thing, bad thing, second point. And the third thing I also want to bring up is, this is just something I've noticed in 2022 right now, is people are less confident in sneaker resale. People are really not in for holding sneakers as long. People are not down for that right now, which kind of makes sense. I mean, if you look at how things are looking in the economy and everything in general, and just, the world right now, yeah, it doesn't look like you'd probably want to be holding a ton of shoes. You probably would rather have a lot of cash on hand, which makes sense. And then, you can catch a dip at the right time whenever, it starts to look like the world is looking decent again, you know what I mean? But that's just what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing right now. I got a lot of, stuff saved and planned, and just kind of, I'm being patient and waiting, because I'm thinking about things more long term. I definitely think that's the way to go. But when you really have people that don't believe in sneakers reselling as much, right? I mean, again, everybody is trying to, quick flip shoes right now. They're not, no holds. So just another thing I want to bring up real quick. I don't want to keep repeating it, but less confidence in the game means, lower prices, less money to be made. And two more points I want to bring up, and other things that are kind of killing sneaker investing right now is, of course, again, not only the point I just mentioned, less people wanting to pay resale, and obviously the lack of confidence in resale right now, but the fact is that we also have rising retail prices. These brands, Nike, for example, I'll just say, they've raised the Jordan 1 all the way from, I think they used to be 160 back in like 2017. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was like 160, and now they're all the way up at 180. I mean, you got Jordan 4s. I think those used to be 190. Now you even see some at 220. Like the Lightning 4s are 220, you know what I mean? So you see them really tax on some pairs, average ones like 200. So Nike's kind of realizing what they can do, and I don't think, rising the retail prices, that is obviously, that will affect sneaker investing. That means you're gonna be making less from it, and obviously, then you're going to be having to pay more per pair. But I don't think the rising retail prices is necessarily a bad thing for the game. I think it just, it does suck for the average person just trying to get a pair of shoes and just wants a pair, and them raising the prices 10 here, 15 there, whatever it may be. But I think the rising retail prices also kind of, what I was gonna say is that I like what the companies are doing with rising the retail prices. I would like them to keep them lower, of course I would, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to eliminate resale. And you notice how Nike is also eliminating stock from Foot Locker, like 30% of their stock or whatever it is, like a good amount from Foot Locker, Finish Line, all those different places, right? And that's kind of, their plan for the future. But them rising the retail prices is them, I feel like, trying to, leave out the resale. They realize if they just mark up the shoe at a high price, then, it's not going to resell. Eventually, they'll be able to get it to a high enough price where it will just stop reselling, you know what I mean? And I think that's Nike's goal, because they're missing out on a lot of money in the resale game. Well, maybe not the executives, but okay, just another thing I want to mention that's killing sneaker investing: rising prices and people not wanting to pay it. People don't want to pay resale. No way. And finally, this is one thing I've noticed in particular this year. This isn't something I've noticed frequently every year, but the amount of restocks this year. 2022 had already, from the start, at the end of 2021, we knew there was going to be a lot of Yeezy Slide restocks. Some foam runners would be restocking here and there. Mainly Adidas running the restocks, but then we got the announcement of the Nike Dunk Low Panda just going to be restocking continuously throughout the year. Supreme Air Force One still restock, which is crazy to me. That's been going on for so long now, but yeah, really just kind of discussing all that. The frequent restocks, of course, is what makes it a lot riskier too, because you even have pairs like military black Jordan 4s that will restock occasionally, on a sneakers pass or something. But I think that will eventually happen, but that's kind of, a little bit down the line. I think those are actually looking pretty decent right now. The market's holding up pretty well. Seems like people actually want them. But with how stuff's going to be turning out, maybe over the next couple weeks, resale prices may really drop. Just we have to, kind of see that, think about it, and yeah, that's really all I got to say right there. So another thing I want to mention, just frequent restocks, kind of my last point, and there's really 5 main reasons on why I think sneaker investing is dying right now. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully I explained them well. If you guys have any questions down below, ask them. But just the main ones in general. If you guys have any other ones you want to mention, let me know. But I think the biggest one is definitely just the current global state of the economy over the world, not just in the US, but over the world, I would say even. Of course, I'm going to focus mainly on the US economy since, that's where I live right now. So that's kind of why I was discussing it, a lot right now. But gas prices up 50%, food prices up 12%. Yeah, that's... People aren't gonna be paying, high prices for shoes. Let's be real. But that's everything I need to mention right there. Again, if y'all want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. I said the like goal was 400. If we could do that, that'd be dope. I'm not expecting anything, but if we could, I'd really appreciate it, guys. I've been working hard on the content lately. I'm gonna try and stay consistent. I gotta get back to Charleston today, so I'm gonna make sure, I'll get showered, eat something, and then, pretty much get in my way. But I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, and I appreciate, everything you guys do. I've said that word too much, but just know. Thank you for what you all do. Watch my videos, commenting, all that. I love replying to comments. It's something I like doing. So yeah, that's it. I'm Tristan. Thank you guys, and hopefully I will catch you on the next video. Peace.